Hi boys and girls, welcome to your video on two-step equations. I can never have a good hair day in this thing. All right, anyway, we're going to go through a couple key terms when talking about two-step equations, as well as the steps to solve and strategies that you can use when solving two-step equations. The first thing that I want to point out is some key terms when talking about two-step equations. The first thing I want to point out is anytime you have a number and a variable, they have specific terms. This is what we call the coefficient. And as you learned in our vocabulary unit, this is called the variable or the unknown. Then the other numbers in the equation are called the constants. So the 7 and the 5 are what we call constants. Some strategies that you can use when solving two-step equations would involve color coding. So you can use a highlighter to highlight key terms. So for example, highlight the coefficient and the variable. So in this case, 3x is my coefficient and variable. And then highlight the constant as well. Now let's solve a two-step equation by using the steps. So the first thing you do to solve a two-step equation is undo the constant. The second step is to undo or use inverse operations towards the coefficient and the variable. So again, I'm going to highlight my coefficient and variable, and I'm also going to highlight my constant. So I'm going to walk you through the steps. So the first thing I'm going to do is undo the constant. The inverse operation of -6 is +6. So I'm going to first add 6 to both sides of my equation to cancel out the 6. These cancel, so I'm left with 3x is equal to 24 plus 6, which is 30. Then my last step is to undo the coefficient/variable. The coefficient is being multiplied by the variable, so the inverse operation would be division. So 30 divided by 3 is 10. So x is equal to 10. So we're going to look at a few more examples. In this equation, I already have the terms color-coded. Again, if it helps you to highlight your coefficient and variable and highlight your constant, I recommend that you do so. So again, our first step is to undo any adding or subtracting. So the inverse of adding 5 or subtracting 5 is adding 5. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides of my equation. These cancel out. So I'm left with 2x is equal to 20. Then my last step is to undo the coefficient and variable, in this case by dividing. The 2's cancel, so I'm left with 20 divided by 2, which is 10. So x is equal to 10. We'll look at one more example. Now in this case, you'll notice the constant comes first. So looking at the 6 is a positive constant. So the inverse of positive 6 would be -6. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides of my equation. Just because the subtraction sign is here, it goes with the next term, not the 6. So you always want to look what comes before it. So these cancel out, so I'm left with negative 6x equals 30 minus 6, which is 24. The constant is being multiplied by the variable, or the coefficient, I'm sorry, is being multiplied by the variable. So I'm going to divide both sides. Make sure you bring your negative 6 over with it. 24 divided by negative 6 gives me negative 4. Now you'll notice on each of these equations here, the variable is being multiplied by the coefficient. In some two-step equations, it can also be divided by. So in that case, you would multiply to both sides. All right, now I triple dog dare you to Google this YouTube video called Teach Me How to Solve It. And it's just another fun way to learn how to solve two-step equations, because I know you're dying to. All right, this concludes your video on two-step equations. If you have any questions, you can go back and rewind the video. You could also send me an email or talk to me in the morning tomorrow. All right, have a good rest of your day. Thanks, Albert Einstein.